Sometimes I wish this was all a bad dream, a nightmare I could wake up from. Unfortunately, this is reality. When I lost my brother, I almost lost myself. As soon as we came to Oakland, it's like we had to defend ourselves with everything. But he adapted immediately. He made that decision to live a certain way, which, you know, led him to die. He decided to still go around these people who I told him to stay away from, that he thought was his friends. Lakeisha Young, the one who murdered him, she shot him a lot of times.
Trauma is long-term. I mean, it's always there, right? Once you've experienced something like that, you can heal, you learn to manage it, right? But it never goes away. There is chronic and pervasive community violence in the neighborhoods in which people of color live in Oakland. If you're not safe, how do you process your grief? I could hear it in her voice that she didn't want to talk about her grief for her brother.
I was like, oh, nah, man, I don't trust nobody. I had therapists, I had psychiatrists. They telling me already what I know about myself. I don't want to hear it.
In Hadasha's case, it became apparent somewhere along the line that her safety was at great risk. She has a small child, and it became apparent that I needed to move them. I needed to get them out of where they were living immediately.
I can call Michelle any time of the day or hour. She cared about my life. She cared about my son's life. So, you know, I value that.
When I could see her starting to talk about her pain and her grief, about her feelings for her brother, how much she loved him, about her guilt, when I was able to get her to increase her feelings vocabulary, if you will, and her ability to look at some of the trauma in her childhood that was now impacting her reactions to her brother's death, then I could tell we were making progress. Hadasha called me and told me that she had written a letter and she wanted to read it into the courtroom.
Miss Young, trust in the Lord and do not lean on thy own understanding. Put and keep God first. I promise things will fall into place correctly if you do. Everyone in this life has a story, some even worse than ours. And you either turn your pain into a positive or you dwell and suffer and become it. I pray that your heart, mind, and soul is healed. I love you and I forgive you. God bless you and your family.
There was an entire left side of the courtroom of the defendant's family there. They stood up, gave her a standing ovation, and clapped. The judge did something that really, I don't want to say shocked me, because I think that being a woman of color herself, she understands what goes on in our communities. She made a statement and she asked for it to be in record. Where is the media? Where is the media when we are healing ourselves? The media is certainly here when we're killing ourselves.
I forgave her simply because I empathize with her situation. I know that Jesus died on the cross for our sins, and when he died on the cross, he prayed for those who killed him. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about my brother. But I keep Jerron's positive, uplifting words in my heart, and they help me tremendously. I don't believe I would have made it without the support of Catholic Charities, without Michelle, Miss Watts doing what she did in our lives. I thank God, and I'm very appreciative.